What's up, America? I am Rich Valdez, and I'm sitting in for John Tobacco today here on Liquid Lunch on Biz TV. And there's a lot going on today. We've got so much that we're looking at with September 11th and with just the situation overall with our government, with politics, as you can see. I mean, you just have to open your eyes and you see what's going on. You see what's happening in the media, see what's happening in our government. And as much as there are warriors for truth out there in talk radio and streaming television and so many places, there are also people that are trying to drown out certain messages, people that don't support liberty, people that don't support the freedom that this country was founded to have. So, it makes me think, it gives me pause sometimes where I think to myself, it isn't government that built America. It's not the bureaucrats that have built America, but it's we the people that have built America. It's we the people that live in America. So when we have a situation where taxes become so confiscatory, where they're taking your money, more and more of it, and the more that you make, the more that they take, it becomes a cumbersome model, a cumbersome way of doing things. And this becomes the topic of big debate because this is how those that I guess call themselves progressives and embrace the Marxist social economic theory, they use this as a wedge. They use this as a tool to prevent people from exploring other ideas, and they try to pit you one against the other. And this is, I think, what we see time and again, time and again. And I don't want to get all deep into philosophy, but it makes me think when we're thinking about tax reform, when we're thinking about just the economic situation of our country and how we look toward an economic recovery, we have to look forward to a system where it's we the people that are in control, where it's a free market, where supply and demand rule the day. Because without that, it's artificial. The government has never created anything, right? I think to myself, I think of, Congresswomen like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, for example, who looks at the government as the tool, as the vehicle to fix everything that's wrong with society. I look at that and I say, I think that's a flawed assessment of how to look at the world. And the reason being, there's no industriousness inside of the government per se. There may be some industrious people, but the government didn't invent the wheel. The government didn't invent the automobile. Henry Ford didn't work for the government. Samuel Colt, Richard Gatling, so many people that created anything. I mean, whether it's guns or cars or the light bulb, the telephone. These things were not created by the government solely for the government, but they were created of and by and for the people. So it's we the people that I think always ultimately have to rule the roost here. And if we don't, we find ourselves in situations like we're in, where you have a once wishy-washy Democrat that's painting himself as a career moderate, and he's not, Joe Biden, running for the presidency and being coerced and pulled in so many directions by Bernie Sanders, by Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and the furthest to the left bunch of politicians in American politics. That's a problem. So we're going to sit down with the president of Americans for Tax Reform, Grover Norquist, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. You're watching Liquid Lunch. I'm Rich Valdez, and we'll be right back.